We have Maurice Ashley with the great Garry Kasparov.
One world champion replaced by another, two of the greatest players in the history of the game here in Zagreb. Garry, what is going on? What you've seen, I mean, you've seen a lot in the history of chess. Watching what Magnus is doing, the black pieces, 23 moves, dismantling players. He said, I just bluffed him, but you know, we got into a dogfight. What's going on? Explain this.
Yeah, okay. It was it was nice for Magnus to say that, but it's not about bluffing. It's about better understanding of the game of chess. You made these comments that today, many of the things we took for granted. Now they're not so clear. So when we watch computer games or AlphaZero games, so we understand that it's something that's beyond our understanding because the machine goes just one or two moves ahead. So always just recognizing new patterns. So simply what's happened in this game, it's just Magnus had a much deeper understanding of the position. So it's, and I, just had a quick word with him before I left the room. So 10 years ago, we just, quickly looked at these positions because when I play chess, after bishop b5, I mainly played e6. And I wasn't sure that take on c6, bc6 is so good for white because black has, potential with two bishops. And we discussed things with f6 and d6. And Magnus said he was always thought, that two bishops could give him just, very, just, potentially strong counterplay. And what's happened, Garry tried to play, positionally. I mean, the move knight e2 is classic. Oh, he wants to play knight d4, let me play knight e2. But that's not the way to play because I mean, Magnus sees the whole board while, even players of Garry caliber, they could see the fragment of the board.
How is that possible? I mean, he's making him look like a child. Nobody wins in 23 moves like this. And you say Garry's almost 20. Garry's been over 2,800.
Look, it's still, Magnus is a world champion, not just because he's lucky just to have a title. It just he's there for almost 10 years as #1 rated player. It's for many things, and one of them is a very deep understanding of the game of chess. Again, yes, the weak pawns, but Magnus sees, the opportunities, what I can do. So how can I? It's again every element of the position. So there were many. I mean, you have a computer, you can see how many mistakes Garry made. So it's not just losing in 23 games, 23 moves. It's just making at least 2 serious mistakes and some inaccuracies. But why Garry made all these mistakes and why he was not so precise as he used to be? Because position was unbalanced. Basically what Magnus did is just, again, it's just translating his joke into serious statement, is that he created a position that was highly unbalanced. And you remember when we had the first conversation after d6, Garry was, what's happened? Because his position was totally unbalanced. So Garry used to sit, certain type of the positions that he could study at home, but now it's everything goes off the preparation, and he has to deal with so many factors, like comparing apples and I don't know tomatoes. So that's just, and he failed. He failed miserably, and Magnus was quick, just on the spot, just like with animal instincts, just he spotted this weakness, he could smell the blood, and he went for a kill.
Garry, you just described yourself in your finest form. I can remember when you used to play against these players and they had the same feeling. It was who was going to come in second place. And you look at it, he's attacking with the black pieces, with the Sicilian, with ferocity. I mean, there's no look at the end game. He's just going after them.
Again, it's before he attacked, he created conditions for an attack. And he created conditions for the attack because Garry couldn't play in this unbalanced position. So his greatest decision was actually to play d6, to go for this unbalanced position, which machines didn't like for black. But again, he was not fighting the machine. He was playing another human. And he knew that Garry, just playing this new position, unbalanced position that is just where you don't have this clear positional sort of the milestone. So it's because Garry was very good. If just does, he can do little moves and just here's my weakness, I protect it. Weakness, h4 is a weakness or not, so black king is now unafraid, but who cares? So there's so many things that that are very hard to combine and compare because they're not it's about unbalanced king. Technically white king is castle, black king didn't castle, but white king will be made in 10 moves. So that's what makes the difference between a very strong player and the world champion.
you know, you're world champions, wear that title with pride, rightfully so.
Yes.
Where do you feel he is right now in his play, as you've seen him in his finest form 5 years ago and now his form now? Has he just gotten that much better? And will he break 2,900?
Most likely. Most likely. I mean, let's say he deserves it, but it's not because it's, you know, it's every point will be more and more difficult, because don't forget, every loss brings him down.
Every draw brings him
down. Every draw brings him down. Look, I used to fly in this kind of universe, you know, be just having, you know, my rating, you know, 100 points plus over the average. It's even 150 over the average. So it's a tough challenge. But look, I think Magnus thrives those challenges. So again, it's numbers and numbers, but he's definitely, you know, if Garry is 2,800, Magnus is definitely 2,900. So he's playing for that strength. Whether he can make it there, it's still, again, his numbers are sometimes tough. But again, the way Magnus plays, you know, and that's what makes me really happy, is that, you know, it puts an end to the whole story. Oh, the chess is dead. No, it's not dead. It is, as long as, you know, you have an appetite for a fight, as long as, you know, you are eager to go against this traditional understanding. So there's just, I mean, to play some sharp openings. You see, the game could end up in 23 moves. And again, Garry is not, you know, just it's not a player, you know, from open tournament. It's one of the top 10
Number
players.
4 in the world.
You know, right now, number 4 in the world. So, and if Magnus keeps playing this way, and I'm sure he will. So it's just, you know, we'll be really entertained, and that's what I'm looking for. So it's important for the game of chess. So that people are entertained, and everybody who's saying, you know, let's stop playing classical chess. It's irrelevant. It doesn't make any sense. It does.
I know you have a plane to catch, and you're kind enough to
But
be
I'm
here
coming
with
back.
us.
Tell everybody.
Yes, I know you'll be back later.
With my family, the whole family back. It's some split.
Let me get this controversial one, if you will. What is it going to take? You know, a lot of us believe you're the greatest player ever to have touched a chess piece. Your performances, at least, have shown that, sustained over so many years. What's it going to take from Magnus for you to say, okay, this guy, maybe he's past me?
Okay, yeah, first of all, I always resisted, you know, the idea of picking up, you know, the best player, because, again, the only way to compare the two players is to put them against each other. So technically we can play now, but it's just, it will be a massacre. So I'm just, you know, and thinking about a hypothetical battle, Garry, let's say from 1989 and Magnus 2019, again, it doesn't make any sense. It's like bringing Fischer from 1972. Look, he definitely belongs to the greatest of the great. So it's just, I'm not, you know, just putting him, you know, just it's number 1, number 2, number 3 spot, but the way he dominates chess, you know, just it reminds us of the 3 years of Bobby Fischer in 1972. It reminds of my best year. So, and I think that's enough already to recognize his great contribution to the game of chess. And what's most beautiful, it's not over.
That Mount Rushmore of chess, if you will, the pantheon of the gods.
By the way, we still, you know, speaking about the classical chess and the threat to them. Look at the games that played in the first round of Grand Chess Tour.
Absolutely, fiery games. Nakamura, Fabi versus Nakamura.
Fabi is winning. I mean, again, it's just they play Queen's Gambit. This is the drawish opening. Look what's happened. So that's again, it's so very sharp. And look at the even draw Mamedyar of Karyakin. I mean, that's a hell of a draw. So it's a lot of fight. So I think it's very important, you know, that during this tournament we could see that the whole rumors about the end of classical chess, they are just, you know, they're overstated.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Well, Garry, we know that you have to get going on your flight. Thanks for joining us. And you will be back, you promised.
Absolutely, yes. So on Friday.
The fans will say there's just one moment here while we say our goodbyes. Garry Kasparov, as you know, one of the greatest ever lived, to give comments on who is a player who has clearly shown that he is also one of the greatest of all time.